a while. Hello, lovely humans. This is Riki from rikilikemagic, and she says hi. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my bedroom. This is always my favorite place, but now this has definitely become a very, very, very important cave hovel thing for me in these times. This is a weird video because this is kind of a video for me. This is a place for me to freak out and to let myself freak out and to give myself permission to complain and be selfish and kind of say, "Dear diary," blah. But I'm making it public because I wonder if there's a lot of people who are feeling the same as me, and maybe this can help. So I'm filming this on March 18th. So maybe in a couple of days time I'll feel different. Hopefully I'll feel more settled and I'll feel a little calmer, I hope. But I need to film this now because there's a feckin' roller coaster of not fun emotions coursing through me, and I'm ping-ponging to them on a regular basis, like hourly. And I don't know, I think I want this video and the comment section below to be a space for people to be negative. And if you're sensitive like me, and sensitive not used in a negative term, because I think sensitivity is a very, very important trait for society. But if you're very sensitive like me, hopefully this is a place for you to be in shock and to maybe grieve a little, and to get really angry and to be very sad or, jealous or anxious, or, just kind of let it all hang out, let all the flabby, horrible, non-coping parts of you hang out. Because I'm not doing very well with all of this COVID-19 nuisance, because it's not a nuisance, it's an emergency and it's a crisis and it's scary. And I'm not doing very well. I'm a lot calmer right now because I've just Skyped my family. That's really, really calmed me down. Something for me to note, that speaking to my family is a good mental health, well-being, coping mechanism. But I'm still gonna do this. And I just wanna offer you the space to do this with me. So this video is gonna start by complaining a lot. And then we'll end with a bit more of a positive note. Yeah, I'll just hop right into it. I've just been fascinated with the coping mechanisms and the coping skills and the way everyone has coped in different ways from this phenomenon. And I find myself really giving out to myself because I'm comparing myself to other people, because I keep asking, why is everyone acting like everything is so normal? Why are people not just taking a second? We're just hopping straight into working from home, online work, go, how do we sell? How do we keep selling? I mean, so this is a weird thing. This video is going to be full of contradictions, because of course people have to keep working, and of course people still have to make money. And that's an excellent coping skill, is to just find the proactive ways of dealing with this. But then I'm also like, I'm sorry, can nobody see that this is incredibly not normal? And can we just take literally maybe half an hour to just breathe and go, this is really not normal? But instead it's like, this is not normal, this is so weird, avoid, numb, and just keep going. Now, again, that is probably a very good strategy of coping skill, but it's just not mine. So I feel like I'm this tiny little child staring around going, why are all the grown-ups running around as if the world hasn't shut down? I don't know, guys. I am totally fine sometimes, and then I get really sad, and then I get really angry, and then I get really confused, and then it's just rinse, repeat. And it's been like this since Thursday. It's been like this since the 12th of March. And it was getting worse until I Skyped my family today. It was getting really bad. I was very low. So I want to make this. So that even if you have to pretend like you have it all together, have a little cry if you want. Have a little cry, sit there numb with shock, burrito yourself in a blanket and watch stuff if you can. You know, take a moment. Because I thought it was really stupid the other day when I said to my friend, like, oh, I feel like I'm grieving a little. And she was like, that's not stupid at all. We are all grieving a little, because this sudden change, I mean, I don't deal with change well at all anyway, but this sudden change and the repercussions of the change can be grieved. You're allowed. So for me, I want to grieve the fact that I can't work at the moment and I can't see people. The two things that I have cultivated in my life as the two most proactive and helpful mental health preventative measures in my life, like positive mental health preventative measures in my life, were taken away from me in an hour. On the 12th of March, in an hour, I couldn't do the two main things that keep me sane. I experienced a lot of panic and a lot of fear after that. And I'm allowed to grieve that as well. I can't work the same. I can work, and we'll talk about that in a second, but I can't work the same, and I can't see people in the same way. You know, and I'm a dancer as well, and I'm a very tactile person, and now there's no physical contact allowed, and that's kind of killing me a little bit also. And there's a difference between teaching online and dancing online to be, as you all know, to being around people in your vicinity, sensing them. And I know this is going to sound really weird, but they have, everyone has a certain smell, and everyone has a certain feeling when you touch them, and that's just gone in the blink of an eye to keep us all safe. This is the thing, I fully understand why we have to do what we have to do, but it's okay to be super negative about it, as long as you're not wallowing in the negativity, as long as you're just venting the negativity and getting it out. It's really important to let it out and to cry or to throw things if you're super angry. I'm so angry all the time as well, because today is my mum's birthday and I can't see her, and birthdays aren't too important to my mum, but birthdays are really important to me. We couldn't be together for her last two birthdays, and this birthday I could, but I can't, because I could be a carrier and she's in a risk group. For a crazy moment, she was like, no, just come up, because she wanted all of her children with her for a period of time. But I've been around people and I don't want my mum to be scared, and that makes me achingly sad. Achingly sad I can't be with her. My mum is like a fountain of amazingness, and I'm not used to seeing her fearful for very good reasons. I can't behave the way that I want to. It's for very good reasons that all of this is in place, but it doesn't mean that we can't feel the things. And this is your place to feel the things with me as well. I can't dance with my youth group anymore, and our government yesterday said that this will probably continue on into the summer. We have to prepare for the fact that this could continue on into the summer, which means that essentially my dance children can't meet with me. And again, heartbreak. And so this isn't a place either for you to give me suggestions on how to better my life or better my time in quarantine, better my time in self-isolation. I know what I can do. I know that the incredible technological advances of the internet is the most incredible thing right now for us. I know I can get work and start building more of an online presence, maybe do online classes and put myself out there that way. I know that, and I will do that soon, but I need time to process and to feel the shock. And I also have the luxury of being able to process a little bit more than people who are leading institutions and things like that. They can't. They just have to go, and they have to do the thing, and they have to make everything, they have to change, and blah, blah, blah. So I understand why people are moving forward the way that they are. They have to. They can't stop. But people like me, if I can stop. I can stop. So I know you wonderful, lovely humans are going to try and make me feel better by giving me ways to get through this. But I know I can get through this. This video isn't about that. This video is about taking a moment to go, this is shit. And you're allowed to go, this is so awful. I don't feel nice. I'm scared, I'm sad, I'm lonely. I am so angry that everything has been taken away, because I've just been feeling like people aren't giving themselves any time to do that. But keep going, you gotta keep going. But it's grand, like it's fine, you know, count your blessings and blah, 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 blah. And while literally in a second, the next part of this video is to start thinking about the things one can be grateful for, I think it's super important to just be negative. I don't like the world we live in where it's like you can't be negative. Positivity, just preach positivity, and it's all about your perspective. You know, if you just change your perspective, everything would be better. And it's like, then you're pushing a lot of really, really intense feelings that have a lot of energy that need to get out down. And if you do that, that's extremely unhealthy, in my opinion. But now, of course, we're going to end not all doom and gloom, but I did want to share some things. They're fewer than the negative things right now, but I did want to share some positive things that have been floating about me during this time. Yeah, because why would I end a video just being like, it's awful, bye. I am, in fairness, being more social than I have been in a while, checking in on all my loved ones, kind of making sure that I go outside more as well. That's another thing I'm noticing I'm doing, because like with social distancing, I go for walks more, so we're not as close together, or we're not like in a room, you know, breathing on each other for a while, like we're outside, and that has been really positive. It's just that every person I meet up and talk with is like, what else are you going to talk about other than the coronavirus? So that's really frustrating for me as well. It's like, well, what else can we talk about, because it's literally affected every facet of our lives. So it's getting a little tiresome that all we talk about is the coronavirus. But then I'm like, literally, what else would I talk about? I've started to, actually, positive thing, I've started talking about Ghibli films, Studio Ghibli films, because they're all on Netflix now and they're almost all being released. That's a positive, is that I'm watching every Studio Ghibli film right now and really loving it. Another lovely thing is that I am so grateful for everything that I have. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for my home. I'm so grateful for my loved ones. I'm so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful for everything. Everything kind of becomes technicolor. I think when you go through something like this, suddenly everything is like, whoa, this is the way it is, and isn't it amazing? And then you fall into scared spirals, and then you're like, whoa. It's mad all the time. I feel like I'm developing new habits as well. I'm sleeping much better because I've been like looking up different ways of boosting my immune system just to kind of prepare almost. And in the description box below, I'll put an amazing post by my nutritionist who spoke about immunity support habits, like really practical things that you can do to aid in your health. And one of those things has been to change my sleep. So I now go to sleep before 11, because apparently before 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. your body regenerates and rebuilds the most in that time. And I have also stopped using an e-reader, because there's a blue light on the e-reader, and I've been reading like that for over a year now. And I've just been reading normal books. I don't have a lot of space for normal books, so I've just been kind of flicking through stuff and not really reading, just to get me to sleep. And oh my word, I am sleeping so much better. I can't get over it. I'm way more rested. So that's a really cool new habit I would like to take through the rest of my life. A habit as well of like speaking to people more has been really nice. A habit of cooking really well. I don't know, I've noticed I am developing new habits that I think it would be really cool if the whole world reflected after this and found new habits that they could work from more in the future. Like, we can all pretty much work from home in some capacity, and that would really reduce like waste and carbon footprints, etc. And that would be cool if we could move forward. So that's kind of a positive thing I'm trying to think about sometimes. And like, finally, something that has really, 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 really helped me with the cabin fever thing is I have literally spent the last year making my room the best place in the world. I said this at the start of the video anyway, but I literally walk into my room and it feels like I breathe fresh air every time. There is so much feng shui in my room, because it's been my haven. It has taken such good care of me in some of the darkest moments of my life, and I've just been kind of slowly, like, I'm ruthless about it, so I take things away that don't need to be there. And I love color, so I put a lot of color in my room, and I make sure there's a lot of warmth, and there's pictures of all of my favorite people, or like some of the best moments of my life all around my room. I would just encourage everyone to make a space for yourself that makes you feel so loved, or something like a sacred haven that you have made for yourself. Because I literally was sitting here the other day, sitting on my bed and just being like, if I were to be quarantined anywhere, this is where I would want to be quarantined. And I was so grateful for that I had already built a place that I could hang out in all day. And it's a small room. And if you walked into this room, you'd probably be like, Riki, what? But it's my favorite place. It's my space. So if you can, I mean, I live in a small apartment, so I think you could, if you can, just make a lovely, wonderful space for yourself and make it home. And that may alleviate some of the frustration of being stuck inside. So that's all from me. That wasn't the most happy-go-lucky video I've ever made, but through my many sessions of therapy, I have come to learn that negativity and anger and sadness and pain is not something uncivilized about humans. And it's not something to be ashamed by, and it's not something to roll your eyes at and think of someone who is expressing negativity as weakness at all. Like, it's actually so important to get it out or to listen to it and give it a big hug and sit with it and go, yeah, it's awful. It's shite, and let's just sit together and accept that for a minute and let it pass through and pass over. And then a bunch of all of those nasty emotions are going to come back later, and then just go, yeah, it is crap, but you know what, we're going to do this thing. Like, I'm still keeping busy, but I am beginning to feel ashamed that I am not able to deal with this the same way other people are showing that they're dealing with this. Now, we all know social media is a bit of a fake world, but there's so many people and colleagues around me that are like straight back into it, straight back into their businesses, straight back into it's okay, blah 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 blah, it's fine, just keep connected, blah 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 blah, happy, it's all grand, look over here, distraction. And I'm just like, hang on, can we not just take a moment to realize and just sit with what's happening? But I think people are afraid to do that, which is grand, but I'm not. And I won't feel bad. Okay, this is it. I won't feel bad for being slower than everyone else at processing this. I refuse to feel bad for being slower than everyone else at processing this, because that's just how I work. So this video is for the people who work a little bit like me and who feel things, lots of things, and who need some more time. To be honest, the more time you take, the healthier you're going to move through this, the less trauma you're going to sustain. You know, the less you'll have to crash when things get better again. And then finally, if you can, I mean, we're all in the same boat here in terms of like, where's our money coming from and what is actually happening and how long this is going to go on for. But I would like to put out there that I am making no money at the moment. And if you would like to support me, I have a Patreon page, which I will put in the description box below. $3 a month would just be the most incredible support. And if you can't give that, there is no pressure whatsoever. It's just a cheeky ask. But also, if you can somehow just think about freelancers and independent artists and independent business owners that are around you and kind of think, you know, just even checking in with them and asking, are they okay? I may be able to get unemployment benefits, but you just never know, and you never know how long it'll take and things like that. So it's a little bit scary right now. And now finally, circle time. Moan in the comments. Moan in the comments. You are allowed to moan in the comments. Moan in the... So let me know what's going on with you. What's going on with you, and what are you scared of, and what are you sad about, and what are you angry about, what are you confused about? I can't help you, I have no answers, but maybe it'll feel nice to just go blah 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 blah. I will also, though, take a page out of Elizabeth Gilbert's book. I adore her very, very much. And you are also most welcome in the comments to talk about a time when you were strong and brave. She put this on her Instagram recently. I thought it was such a lovely thing to do, is to remind yourself of a time when you got through something really difficult. So you can also share that in the comments as well. Copyright Elizabeth Gilbert. You know, how do you know that you'll be fine through this? And if you're afraid that you won't be fine through this, you please just, it's okay to be afraid. It's okay to be selfish at having lost things throughout this time. I lost being with my mum today, and I was with her on Skype, so I must be grateful for that also. But I can be very sad for not seeing her in the flesh today. So I love you, Mum. Happy birthday, Mum. Yeah, thanks guys, and be safe and be kind to yourself and others, and wash your hands. If you enjoyed this video, you can like, you can subscribe, you can ring the little bell that gives you all the notifications, you can share it with your friends, and you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Remember, you are who you choose to be, and you are part of something bigger and deeper than yourself. And Shibby says bye. Shibby says bye.